Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. I know I haven't made a video in a couple days and oh my gosh, have I been busy. I just got my new apartment, but I underestimated how much work it takes to move, right? This is my first apartment I've ever had by myself, and I definitely should have prepared more. I thought I could just, put my office up in a day or two and just get things moving, but there's a lot of work to it. I got to tear my office down. I got to move it. I still got to get everything. Got to hire the movers to put the bed and the couch. And it's insane. Plus, I live like 25 minutes away from the current location. So yeah, I'm sorry. And not only that, I also have to get Wi-Fi at my new place, which they can't set it up till Tuesday. So I'm going to have to stay in this office for the meantime. Until that happens. So yeah, sorry about that, but we are going to kick things off right back to where we left off. Actually, no, we're going to kick it up a gear. I got some good videos coming out. You definitely want to stay tuned. Plus, we're approaching 42,000 subscribers, which means I'm going to be giving away some silver soon. Also at 45,000 subscribers, 47,000, and 50,000 subscribers. Plus, I think I'm going to throw in a couple Bitcoin giveaways. Would you guys want to see some Bitcoin giveaways? It would be a lot more convenient because as soon as I pick one, I could just send the Bitcoin to them right then. I don't got to package anything. I don't got to fill out customs if the winner lives all the way across the world. You don't got to wait for your prize. You can get it right then. So I also want to throw in some Bitcoin giveaways. Don't worry, I'm still going to always do my silver giveaways, but also I think that would just spark things up, especially since most of you guys probably do have a Bitcoin wallet. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But anyways, what is going on? Silver up after the US Federal Reserve kept the interest rate unchanged. There was a lot of speculation, a lot of fear, and a lot of people deciding what they're going to do with their silver once the news came out about this. So silver yesterday settled up around 0.7%, and that's after the U.S. Federal Reserve kept the interest rate unchanged and reiterated its stance to keep the benchmark rate near zero through at least 2023. So this is something that's not just, this is going to be for a couple years. The Fed's assessment of the U.S. growth, which could be fastest since 1984 this year, also weighed on the precious metal. The dollar pushed higher, helped by the rising U.S. Treasury yields after the Federal Reserve said it expects inflation to rise by 2.4% in 2021, higher or much higher than the target inflation rate of 2% before slowing to 2% in 2022. So inflation's rising. The dollar index is going to be very wishy-washy right now. Gold and silver is going to be very wishy-washy right now, but you shouldn't be selling anytime soon, so you shouldn't want the prices to go up anytime soon, right? There's actually a lot of stuff, and I'm going to make a separate video later on today talking about why silver is actually probably going to slide a little bit, but why that's not a bad thing at all. It's actually a good thing. It's actually healthy for the market in the longer term. So if you're going to be looking for an opportunity to buy, this is it. If you missed your chance or thought, quote unquote, you missed the boat to get cheap silver, you still have chances. And if you need that validation, if you think that when silver goes low, you get all worried and say, oh, I shouldn't, if you're one of those people, you shouldn't be investing into it anyways. But for the meantime, right now is definitely a steal. $26 for an ounce of silver is a steal. And if you don't think that, then you shouldn't be investing into anything. Now, investors worry that if inflation picks up, central banks might respond by raising interest rates, which would cool economic growth. The U.S. economy was on track for its fastest expansion in nearly 40 years, the Fed said while reaffirming its ultra-easy monetary policy stance. Higher U.S. interest rates and Treasury bond yields raise the opportunity cost of holding non-yielding bullion. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits rose to 770,000 in the week ended March 13th, the highest level in a month, and above market expectations of 700,000 as this pandemic crisis continued to affect the labor market. Still, claims are seen falling in the coming weeks following the approval of President Biden's relief package as several states ease this virus-induced restriction. So technically, the market is under short covering as the market has witnessed a drop in open interest by -2%, settling while prices are up 520 rupees. Now silver is getting support at this number, and it's going to test other numbers and other levels, probably around $26.50. I would say right now silver's sitting around right above $26, and I definitely could see I couldn't see it going any lower than like 25.80, maybe 25.75, but there's a lot of support, especially after the short squeeze, and since silver's been in the limelight, I couldn't imagine it dropping lower than that, because a lot of people would be buying silver up if it breaks below 26, especially me, right? We saw silver as high as $30, and that was from a short squeeze that lasted 2 days, and we have a lot of stuff going on, especially in the near term for future with with stimulus, with a lot of stuff moving forwards. Not only the FOMC is going to be the one influencing or affecting the price of precious metals, especially silver, with the industrial side of it, and what we're also going to be talking about in a couple videos that I'll be posting either later tonight or tomorrow morning. So resistance is likely to be seen at 68,515. A move could see prices testing 69,000. So trading ideas. Silver trading range for the day. Silver remained positive after the Fed kept interest rates unchanged, reiterated its stance to keep benchmark rates near zero through 2023. And what do you think about that? So if inflation is rising, nothing's changing on the the side of things that's interest rates. And I don't think that this type of news is going to affect the price of precious metals as much as it used to. Last year, the FOMC, when they announced this stuff, you would see a large either spike or drop in precious metals. But we have so many other things. Right now, we're living in such extreme times that other things are kind of weighing in and also balancing what can or what would affect the price of precious metals. And that's a prime example of how the silver markets are changing. What's affecting silver's price, a couple of years ago was dramatically different than now today. So you got to adjust and adapt accordingly. So here's another article talking about why silver prices look attractive at current levels. A lot of people are going to say, oh, silver's down, still a bear market. See, you shouldn't invest into that. But that's the exact wrong way to look at it. It's opportunity. Glass half full, glass half empty. Now, as the green energy revolution gains traction, greater attention is being paid to the critical roles of various metals, one in particular, silver. And we're actually going to see a couple other metals come into the limelight, probably nickel, some other ones as well. So after receiving a wave of retail attention earlier this year and briefly trading above $30 an ounce, silver's mainstream media coverage is fading. But traders are still buying up the precious metal on every dip, as it still is extraordinarily cheap relative to its peers. And that's what I was talking about. I couldn't see it breaking any lower than, high 25s, because people would buy that up so freaking fast. Now, silver is definitely the best trade in 2021, and there's a lack of silver around the world. There is not much silver at any refineries, and getting your hands on physical silver is still difficult. In fact, silver is now rarer than gold, which means there is a risk of a real silver squeeze this year. Silver is more rare than gold, but it's, 60 times cheaper? And let's not forget about the green energy revolution, right? We have all these other things, but we still have more that's going to influence silver at on a massive scale. Now, the $1.9 trillion stimulus package has been passed. Democrats will turn their attention to President Biden's ambitious goal of spending big on renewable energy infrastructure and solar power technology to combat climate change. And what this means is silver is going to get cashed in. Silver is used in photovoltaics, right? Photovoltaic cells, which is used in solar panels. So silver is still going to be needed more and more, not only from people like you and I buying it from the short squeeze and all that, but also big business that's going to be producing all these solar panels on a global scale, right? Silver is a key component in renewable energy and solar power technology. Based on our proprietary research, photovoltaic demand for silver could exceed 3,000 tons in 2021, and that's just the beginning. We're talking about by 2025, 2030, zero emissions. So this isn't just a 1-year thing. We're going to keep needing more and more and more and more silver. As governments around the world pursue more aggressive environmental policies to combat climate change, this alone will continue to be a major driver of silver demand for years to come. In the long term, I see a lot of upside potential for silver, which makes it look very attractive at current levels, right? You really think silver is still going to be $26 in 5, 10 years after all this stuff is happening with the green energy revolution and the silver shortage? No, not at all. Not at all. So, anyways, there's a video that goes along with this. I highly recommend you watch this as well. It highlights the stuff we talk about. I just show context. When I read these articles, I break the articles down. I break what they're saying down and give it a little bit of backstory, a little bit of context to show more of a full picture. If you just read this stuff and you don't really know, or if you don't hear what I'm saying behind it, it doesn't have as much of a pull, and it really it can be taken the wrong way as well. I've read articles where if you don't understand what you're talking about, or if you don't understand silver, you could take it the completely wrong way. That's why I also like making videos on these articles, because especially new investors that read this stuff, if they don't know the backstory or some of the context, it could be taken out of context. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, at least entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Hit that like button, but make sure you subscribe. More importantly, subscribe. Not only do I post daily videos, but I also do a lot of giveaways. A lot of giveaways. I gave away $1,000 worth of silver for celebrating 40,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago. $1,000 worth of silver. But my 50,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be even larger. I'm giving away a disgustingly large amount of silver. Plus, I'm doing a giveaway at 42,000, 45,000, 47,000, and 50,000. So being a subscriber is a no-brainer. I also have other things that I do. I have the Slayer Elite. You can join my member. We have members only giveaways. We have members only chat. You get a channel logo next to your name. You could stick out, it's just another way to support the channel. I have a P.O. box if you want to send me stuff. You don't got to send me silver. I actually haven't received any silver yet. It's usually just, people writing me a letter, and I'm going to do some fan mail unboxing, stuff like that. New merch coming out fairly soon. A lot of projects that I'm trying to bring to you guys, make my channel more engaging. And this is, a couple things we're going to do that. But most importantly, stay tuned, because you cannot be blindly investing in today's day and age. Too much is happening. Too many things are going on. And you can't just, buy silver randomly and sell it randomly and expect to be successful. You got to know what's going on during that period in time, especially since we're living in such extreme times. So anyways, the link to these articles will be in the description. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.